First and 10. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We're scoreless after one. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it second down and 11. On second and 11 now. Allen, he's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Allen. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a first and 10. They hand off to their big tight end. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop. Pick me up. Here we go.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. They'll run here with Lindsey. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Second and goal from inside the 5. Here's a give to Lindsey running right. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. They come up in an offset eye.
Here we go. Ready.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they be under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. And the pressure gets to him again. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Here's Allen. And able to find John Brown. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He was brought down by Von Miller. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line. Allen now looks to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Draymond Jones. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, it's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Mike, 45. Get ready. Get ready. Here we go.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean? Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And he'll advance no further, so he can't bring it back for 2, but the extra point attempt is unsuccessful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light there. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Singletary. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st down, Bills.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Alpha. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Hey, let's get in home.
A final shot before half for Allen. And he finds Beasley complete. Now the ball comes loose. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
12 yards that time and a Bills first down. Now Allen off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Set 30 base. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full speed. Go.
Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. A gain of 6 there on first.
Break.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second
Hey,
and 4
Charlie.
at the 34-yard line.
On second down and 4. Locked. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we put Baltimore number 1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next. And rightly so, because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has got it together. The defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday.
And he's taken down back at his own 7.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game.
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Well, a design run for their wideout. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Hey, Zoo, get it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And with that incompletion, you know, Charles, one of the big storylines in the final few weeks of the season lies in the AFC South. Tennessee and Houston battling back and forth. Houston won round 1, week 15, a victory in Nashville. But which of those two teams do you think has the potential to go deeper in the playoffs?
Well, Tennessee just lost at home to Houston, and now we'll have to go on the road to play them again in week 17. So I would say, on the surface, you would think Houston. They have the quarterback as well in Deshaun Watson that scares everyone. But I'm picking Tennessee as the team that can go deeper because of their defense.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Here's Lindsey. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great?
John Brown. He finds his target, John Brown. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, 95 yards, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. So from back deep in their own territory, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A huge play there for Denver, 42 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. To throw it is Locke. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Locke going to throw. And it's incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, they'll throw with Locke. And that is incomplete.
It's now 4th down.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. And they double their lead, pushing it up now to 12-6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. 51 the mic. 51 the mic. Better bring it. You better bring it.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Adam Gotsis, his second sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Allen finds a seam inside the 40. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And finally taken down at the 34. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down. Allen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Allen. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Lock now on 1st down. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line. 2nd and 10. Here's Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 39 yards there. A big one.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
Go, go. 5.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The sack there by Trent Murphy.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
A pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 18. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
The dump-off gets him only 1, and now you're looking at a 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trent Murphy in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. And you can bump the lead up to 9. It's 15-6. Same story continues. He's the only one that scored for them, their kicker, with all the points.
So now when we hear the chants of MVP, MVP, they're definitely aimed at him. because he has been the only guy who's put points on the board in this game.
Kickers are always either the hero or the GOAT. So far, he's definitely the hero. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken near the 13. Then he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Locke. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Throwing now is Locke. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll them out. You got the option to run or pass. This didn't work.
Not at all. And the communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen, and he's going to go down again. Von Miller in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Now a desperation throw deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Isaac Yianum in there to pick it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield. Pass protection has been a problem all night.